morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It is almost 9 o'clock in the morning here, and I promised you guys that I would kind of update after Marcus and I have had our first initial appointment, which was actually yesterday, the 18th, so it is the day after, and I just want to kind of talk about what happened. So yesterday morning we got a phone call from our doctor's office saying that we had to push our appointment back to 1 o'clock yesterday when it was originally at 11:15 because our doctor, I'm trying to get comfortable. Our doctor actually had an emergency delivery yesterday. So instead of going in at 11:15 in the morning, we went in at 1 p.m. So there's that. So we get to the hospital because the women's clinic where we went was in the hospital itself and got lost. So I had to ask somebody how to get there. Apparently it's all the way up on the 3rd floor, which we climbed the stairs to do so to get there, which was fine, whatever. Anyway, so we got to our appointment and filled out the initial paperwork, and then barely sat down to fill out the paperwork, and the nurse immediately calls us back. So we got in really, really fast, which was nice that we didn't have to wait that long. Sorry, my legs are really itchy. Anyway, so we got called back, and the nurse, took my weight and my measurement, and then, or my blood pressure, not my measurement, and just asked, the standard issue questions and everything that they ask. And so since our doctor was I guess yesterday was her call day and stuff, so she was constantly everywhere in the hospital, we sat and waited for her, which she didn't actually take that long. I think 10-20 minutes to come in, so not that long. So she came in and she asked me just a few more questions about my cycle and all that fun stuff. Sorry. And so answered everything. And so pretty much our game plan for now is yesterday she had me do labs, so I did blood work yesterday, and she told me, because I have to have an HSG just to make sure that my uterine cavity is normal and that my fallopian tubes are open. She told me yesterday that I cannot schedule my HSG or can't have it done until I'm on my cycle. So when that comes up, I am to call the office and talk to the receptionist and schedule it. And so Marcus needs to have blood work done too, I believe. Oops, sorry. So what he's going to do, he was sent home with a collection cup. Poor guy. So he has to make an appointment to turn in his sample, which we're going to do next week. So he needs to collect his sample, and he needs to get it back up to the hospital within 30 minutes. We live 15 minutes away from the hospital, so that's not too bad. He should have a pretty good window on where to go or to get there and home. So like I said, we're going to do that next week because the rest of this week he's really, really busy with work, and on this weekend he's really busy too. So let's see. HSG. Okay. Anyway, so after my HSG is done, because if you guys don't know what that is, it's they inject dye into your cervix and it lights up pretty much your uterus and your fallopian tubes, and it's just to make sure that everything is normal and clear and open and stuff. And if it is, then the dye, since it appears white on screen, will just kind of reabsorb back into your body, and you'll just, pass it through. Anyway, if all of that is normal and good, she will start me on 3 months of Clomid, which, if you guys don't know what Clomid is, it's a medication to help you ovulate. So she gave me a little cheat sheet for that for when the time comes that we start me on it to kind of help me learn how to take it and stuff. And then I need to have done, like, once I'm on the Clomid, on day 21 of my cycle, it's a 21-day blood draw for progesterone to see, it's like a progesterone panel. It's to see if I've ovulated enough, or ovulated, and if I've been taking the right amount of Clomid. If I have, great. If I have not, they can up the dosage if they need to. So with that, if after 3 months of Clomid, because she likes to try that first, doesn't work, like we're not pregnant after 3 months, blah, 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 anything like that, then she will refer us to the fertility specialist 45 minutes away from us, which is in Idaho Falls. So there's that. So when I went to have my blood work done, since they have an in-house lab, they just pretty much like type you up like a work order. Yeah, blood work panel order thing. And they give it to you, and then you go to their in-house lab. Well, I found out yesterday that my insurance doesn't cover for their in-house lab. So I had to go, since we were in the hospital anyway, so I had to go back down to the hospital to like the outpatient and have my blood draw there, because insurance probably will cover that instead of up at the women's clinic where I was. So I got my blood drawn yesterday. 2 of them were in-house, so hopefully I will hear back today from our doctor about the results of those. And 2 of them were for hormones, 1 of them was for cell count. And I think the one for cell count was a send out. So I have to wait for the results for that. So we were only there for like an hour and 30 minutes yesterday, which was not bad at all. So I think that's everything. I think I covered everything. And I think after Marcus has his analysis done is when they're going to do his blood work to see his hormones. I'm not sure. I don't know how she's going to work that. So pretty much everything went really well yesterday. It was a lot to take home and process, a lot of homework, if you will. But yeah, everything went pretty well. My arm is really sore today from getting my blood drawn, which I know is really normal. It was quick, it was fast, super easy. It hurt, but, you know, not too terribly bad. So yeah. So now, pretty much, I have to wait till I'm on my cycle, schedule my HSG, get that done, get the results from that, and hopefully those results will be immediate, which, fingers crossed, but they will be immediate. But yeah, that's it. That's about as much of an update as I have. I know that when we get everything back, all of our results back, that's when Marcus and I will sit down and really kind of go in depth with you guys, because I do want him to make a video with me to talk about everything and to just go from there on our game plan with everything. So we pretty much have one set up anyway, game plan wise. Yeah, that's it. It's scary. I'm hoping for good news with my hormones and stuff. I'm hoping for good news when I have my HSG, I can tell you that. But other than that, we're preparing ourselves for the worst and the best, so that's kind of where I'm at. It's still a lot to take in for both of us. So when we know more, you will know more. Pretty much. That's what we've just kind of been telling everybody. When we know more, then they'll know more. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here and get started with my day. feed the dogs, water the plants, whatnot, So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video if you want. If you know somebody who's going through this, hopefully they can find some help and some solace in it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. And reach out. Like, I will try and answer things as best as I can. So, that being said, I love you all. Mwah. I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love, lots of light, lots of hope, and lots of baby dust. Bye, guys.